All right. Welcome back, everyone. As we recall, perhaps from last time, we finally have Diedrich back from the dead, and it was a joyful experience for him, I'm sure. You guys found out that the one who helped you was none other than Strahd van Zarovich himself. And you have been offered some sanctuary to rest for the night, which is how we were going to leave it. I went ahead and rested your characters as far as inside the game mechanics, but technically that is yet to occur. This family that's here is, well, they're Vistani, and the Vistani are a bit like gypsies. And due to a history where one of their ancestors saved Strahd, he has a certain favoritism he shows toward them, allowing them a little bit of freedom and the ability to go in and out of this realm, which by now you have fully realized is not a normal physical plane anymore. Beyond that, you don't know a whole lot more, other than that they're offering you warmth and they can give you a guide after you rest as to where to go next, at least some general ideas. And they
With
talked a little bit about
to what
Madame Ava. Go
to
ahead.
what end? What do they know about our goals? What do we know about their goals?
Well, you know that they were prior to the events of this night. They were some of the Vistani that approved of and appreciated Strahd. Uh, they mentioned that there's some wide-ranging opinions on that. Some of them have actually rejected him entirely, although they don't do it to his face. And others consider him almost like a god to them, and they don't want to anger him in the least. These honored him until he effectively took control of them while he was here in order to play a little game. And they let you know that it seems that in the last several hundred years, Strahd has continued his same rabid pursuit of one Tatiana. And in between the times of chasing her down, he seems to sometimes pass the time by allowing visitors in that he tests to see if they're worthy of being interesting. And if they're not, well, then they're removed. These Vistani were on the path to meet with a larger caravan led by Madame Ava, past Barovia. They were just stopping because it was nighttime. They offer you, each of you, some of their food. The younger male, Boris, says to his mother, Klavdia, who's actually a pretty young-looking woman, considering those are her boys, born only a few minutes apart. He says to her that he doesn't really want to offer it, but Klavdia insists that you guys enjoy some of the food that they've got, and they have what they call the world's best pastries, and they make this like Italian kiss. It's delicious to die for type of symbol gyration with their hands, and clearly they don't really want to give that stuff up because it's their treat, but Claudia feels like you guys are owed that at the very least. And since you are suffering with regards to rations of any value, of any taste anyway, you can smell that even as they heat it up at the fire. They're basically pastries. And think of a French patisserie. It's a bit like that scent, and all they're doing is warming it back up. And they offer you not only the food, but a chance to lay down at the fire.
So all I got out of all of that is the only thing we have to do to get out of here is just be born.
Yeah, but how you leave may not be your favorite.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that. What did you just say? How we get out of here? It's just be
Would be to be boring.
gotcha.
Yeah. So anyway, they cut small slices of the pastry, and they offer a plate with it on to whoever wants to take some. With the delay, the other two begin digging in, eating some themselves.
I will take some.
Medic takes a piece and jams it
I
into his
like that.
non-existent mouthhole. Basically, just smashing it like Kevin. With the cookies.
Nom, 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 nom. That's excellent. Okay.
Seeing the others, Gimbal Fourth also joins in.
Okay.
Diedrich
I
will
need-
take one, but won't eat anything until he sees how it's affecting the others.
All right, Val, you ate first, right? I want you to roll a 1d8, please.
So, which one is that?
It's the one with 8 sides. It's the third from the
Is it
right.
this one? I think
Yeah.
that one.
All right, as the food warms your gullet, the taste is just sublime. You gain 4 temporary hit points, and you get the sense that you would not be able to fall asleep by magical means. Just because of your magical nature, you recognize it's almost enchanted, so that you cannot be forced to sleep by magical means.
Cool beans.
Who else took? It was
Medic.
Fourth, right?
Yeah.
Get the roll of 1d8. Ooh, you just absorbed it even better. I realized I put the health on the wrong person. All right.
Can I actually eat it?
Yeah, let's say you have an analyzer. That makes sense. I mean, you technically need to get energy from something, right?
Magic.
So you open this little analyzer pouch near your neck and slide it down a chute. Yum yum. Go ahead and roll a 1. Oh, you already did. Okay.
I did. I got a 6.
You feel a little spark and a tingle on the inside. All right. So you guys going to sleep, or are you going to eat, Diedrich?
Yeah, seeing these guys eat and not fall over dead, he'll eat as well.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Oh, wow. What a nice roll. They comment to you about, how delicious it is. You can see the eyes light up as they're chowing down. Glad to find, it's like sharing your favorite drink with someone who also appreciates it. They're thrilled to see that you enjoy it as well. And they pull out a tarp that extends from their whatever that thing is called, the cart. It's not the good word. What's the word for the larger version
Wagon.
of the cart? Wagon. Thank you. And
World's okayest GM.
Oh man.
What's that thing? It's bigger than a
The
cart.
cup I'm using tonight is I like her butt. I'm not using the DM one. Well, anyway, okay, so you guys go to sleep.
Or,
And,
do I need to roll for anything, or is it just the
Didn't
first
you already
one?
do it?
No,
No.
he did not.
Oh, I gave it to you. Whose did I give that to then? Yours is 7.
Val rolled a 4, Medic rolled a 6, I rolled an 8.
Yeah, I just put the 8 in the wrong one, I guess. Okay. All right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you have yours. You're all feeling quite dandy, and in fact, it actually takes you a little while to fall asleep, even though, Diedrich, you've been through a lot. Even so, you're struggling to fall asleep. But when you guys do, yeah, your sentry mode goes.
Ignore me!
Wow.
All right, so I want each of you to roll a d20 in the dice tower, please. So you drop it into the dice tower on the there, thank you. Wolby.
I didn't even see it, so yeah, I don't know.
I know. That's what's so. It's terrible. Hilarious is what it is, but all right.
Great.
So you fall into all of you fall into a deep slumber, and you can mostly
Incorrect.
presume that I will get to you based on your roll. You just wait, Scott. Each of you go into a state of either animation and a suspended animation, sentry mode, or sleep. And Wolvie, you find yourself in this incredibly vivid, I mean, realistic dream. You don't remember, when you look back on this later, you don't recall ever having a dream in which you could both smell things and see clearly in color and read easily, but this was just an incredibly vivid dream. And in this dream, you are walking along a muddy road, and you see what is that? You see a... Oh, great. Thank you, Scott. He's sending me links about whether things can dream. All right, whatever. You see flashes of lightning in the distance, and a bat, not like Batman, because that'd be too cool, but just like a regular bat flying across the silhouette of the moon lit by distant lightning. So basically, there's a storm coming, is what it's showing to you, and you see this ominous sign. Then you hear a scream, and the sound is all too familiar to you. It sounds like your family. And you run, and the mud just keeps clinging to your boots, slowing you down. You're trying to get to the voices, trying to save your family, and we'll just move to the next person. It's not quite done, but you will have a shared experience here momentarily. All right, looking at the dice, we have Magneto. All right, Val, you find yourself in Yeah?
Sorry, that first link was from me. I cannot dream in a magical way.
Great, it's you doing that. It doesn't show me.
Yeah, I
do
linked
that.
mine after you said that. I just don't fall asleep. I'm completely.
Well, that's okay, because you're. Oh yeah, you already have the immunity anyway.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. Well, I meant Val does. Val's already immune to this food has given you the inability to be affected by magical sleep. Yeah. However, you are sleeping, Val. Sorry to say. You're just you find yourself in this state where you're seeing a spirit that you've come to recognize because you get it in glimpses and flashes and often in dreams, but the clarity with which you're communicating is so extraordinarily bright. This counterpart that you know so well, that you've not told the others about, I don't think, tells you that you were right. There's definitely one here. And then, just as suddenly, that dream or whatever it is, that state you're in, leaves. Now, Scott, you are in simple sentry mode, but you start seeing
Who is this
visions.
Scott?
Does not compute.
Medic, you are seeing images, and your scanners are going, but every time you click off a sentry mode to try to observe what it is you're seeing, you can no longer see the, for lack of another word, hallucinations that are running across the field in the darkness. You swear you see people. Of course, you struggle sometimes to even tell what people look like properly. Look like animals of different sorts, rushing around in a circle around this wagon, around the group, but never coming close enough for you to actually touch. And Gimbleforth, you are also dreaming, and thankfully you can actually dream. So yours is is equally vivid and intense. You're on a boat, and you don't understand why in the world you're there. You thought you'd gotten away from everything of your past, and this woman's outline in front of you, again, it's sort of like Diedrich's dream, is shrouded with some distant lighting that only gives you images and shadows, but you recognize it in a maternal sense, and you sense disapproval. Then all of you, in your various states, as appropriate, see this image of an old lady with a gnarled oaken cane point to you and say, "Seek me out." And with that, your nights pass.
Diamond in the rough. She's the Cave of Wonders. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Scott, did you do anything audible when you were seeing these images?
I was gonna go wee wee.
Okay.
Trespassers.
You do that, but no one wakes up.
Not
I
even
increased
the
my
family.
volume by a
Loud you
factor of
chime.
10.
Yeah, you hear creatures fly away in the woods around you, but they are sound asleep, snoring, including you, Val, which tells you it must not be a magical sleep. Anywho, so you wake up. They tell you, obviously, you can get some supplies in Barovia. It's daytime now, though it's clearly still overcast. There's never really truly the sun breaking through. At least it's not raining, which is a pleasant change. So if you want, you can go to Barovia, stock up. And when you guys relay, actually, does anyone here relay what their dreams were? Or are you guys too distant for that? Too closed off? I don't know.
I let them know, just because I'm an unfeeling machine, that there were intruders in the night. I sounded off an alarm, but they appeared to be dead to the world, so I started making arrangements to bury them. But then they were...
That's when you guys look next to your bed places, and you see, in fact, there are shovel marks where he had begun digging, but he was very bad at estimating your size, and so for Dietrich, only his foot fit in it. But then dirt was put on his face, and he thought that was good enough, etc. Very good.
Don't mess with me when I'm asleep, please.
Alright, so I'm going to give you guys the primary map. This is what you know of the area so far. Your choice on where you want to go or what you want to do. If you want to ask the group there anything, feel free.
Where are we at currently on that map?
You are currently resting right over here.
Okay. So we asked, I take it we got instructions on which direction to head for the city and all that stuff.
You guys have been to
you
the
guys know where
city.
the city is. Right, because you went there earlier. They
Oh,
do tell
that's
you
where
that
we
the
were
larger...
at. Gotcha.
Yeah. They tell you that there is a larger Vistani encampment past the Serra Pool. So that you follow this river that is... I think it's actually far enough I can reveal it. You would have seen enough. That river, you'll follow it west, and that could get you to that pool. And there's an encampment past that of Vistani.
Gimbleforth is feeling cranky because he dreamt about his mom and just wants to get on the road.
Someone's got mommy issues.
Was it a saucy dream about his mom?
No, my mom seemed disapproving of me. You just want to go.
Oh man. That's awesome.
Alright, we should go.
I start wandering off.
All right. So he starts wandering off.
I'm gonna read.
Medic adjusts his sweet monocle and makes some comments about Freud and...
I'm gonna redo
and
my
proceeds to follow him.
blood right since we just rested.
Yeah, good idea.
I'm gonna take my crossbow and jam its needle into my leg.
Or that,
You
I
require
guess.
medical assistance.
1 radiant again. Man,
No thank yous.
don't you get to re-roll it each time?
Yeah, I did.
I don't see the roll.
Well, I
All I see is
click
that-
on the effect. Doesn't that do the roll?
No, the effect will add whatever it is that your 1d4 roll was for that turn. I have to modify each turn.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So let's fix it. Go ahead and do a 1d4 so you can... I think that's what it is, right? Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Alright, it's 1 again. Congratulations. You can go ahead and add the effect to yourself again. Alright, congratulations. You
Where's
got
the bardic inspiration when I need it?
Mm-hmm. You know, kidding. Okay, so where are you guys heading?
I'm following Gimbleforth.
And I'm keeping my distance from everyone. I'm feeling moody. I don't want to talk to anyone.
So can you remind us, wasn't there, didn't the villagers tell us about like a larger town that they get like alcohol from? I don't remember what it
Yeah.
was called.
Yeah, so there's the Wizards of the Vine that provides the wine for the area, but a shipment is late. You also were told that there's some issues occurring at the temple inside the village of Barovia. Things have not been normal. You didn't get a chance to visit the tavern in Barovia, but you did get to go to the, well, at least not for long. You did get to go to the general store and make purchases, but along the way in town, you heard wailing of some woman, but never visited that. If you were to convey this, however, to Diedrich could tell you who he saw someone crying as well, and it's probably the old lady he saw in the realm of the dead.
They would have heard that?
For all you know. Well, they heard screaming on their own. You happened to be drawn by the barking of a dog, if you may recall.
Yeah, no, I got that. I didn't realize they'd hear.
They didn't hear the dog.
The murdered dog.
That is your burden to bear.
That's
Tells
true.
you that she's not actually dead.
Okay.
Well, is what that should indicate to you.
Yeah.
So I think we should go visit the temple in the village, since we're going to be passing through there anyway, and see if we might be able to help the people there figure out what the problem is in the temple.
Kimbleforth is
That
not feeling in
sounds
a helpful
agreeable.
mood, but he's just heading that direction.
All right, Val. Let us go.
Okay, so you guys head back to Barovia. Enter those gates that look a slightly cheerier in the slightly brighter daylight. I should probably remove some of these extra characters.
So while we
Comment
go
writer.
to the village,
Mhm.
I will explain to the rest of the group, because I don't really have secrets. It's not intended to be secretive, that my race is a race of people that are joined with spirits that pass on from generation to generation. And so I have an ancient spirit that I communicate with, sort of through a dreamlike state, with images and things, generally not very clear messaging. And the reason that I have come to this land is I'm tracking sort of an evil version of myself, where these evil spirits have come from another plane, and they're seeking a way to open a portal where they can actually invade our realm. So I'm trying to track somebody that is that's trying to do that. And I spoke to my spirit whenever we were sleeping, and she communicated that one of these people is here. So there are other bad things here other than what we've come into so far, and I'm hoping that you may be willing to
like
help me
wolves.
defeat this person. Yes. So I'm hoping that the group will help me defeat this person if we come across them, as you know, this entire plane of existence would be in danger if this person succeeded in their task.
So medic takes out his scalpel and asks if you'd like the spirit extract.
No, thank you.
He lets you know the offer stand.
These little spinning, zzz, and he pulls it back into his hand. All right, excellent. Okay. So in town, you find signage that mostly points generally where to go. It's a small temple/church that is pointed to. But before you get there, the town center, a bleak little place, has people selling wares, and you guys smell something now familiar. And you see an old lady at a push cart, the type of old that when you look at it, you realize that this is the livelihood she's known for years, and it's quite literally what probably financially sustains her in this miserable land. And it is Morgantha's patisserie. That sounds like pageantry. No, patisserie. There we go. Morgantha's patisserie. The little hand scribbled sign on there, and she's selling a variety of pastries and other foods, mostly like older fruits. There's not very many of them, but they're clearly the last of what they are. Some old onions, things like that. But her pride and joy are the pastries, and it's the only cart that actually has people at it. So you can choose to stock up if you want, or you can just keep going to church, whatever you want.
I don't know that we have any money, do we?
Yeah, you have some.
You didn't say this is the same like old lady that we heard wailing, right? You weren't
No.
saying that. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, when you guys see her, she does not look like that. She looks like just a kindly old lady.
Well, it seems like she has plenty of business and doesn't really need our charity.
Yeah, it's not a
And I
matter
don't
of
need
charity.
food.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. So you head off to the church. You approach it basically atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports a castle. Stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church is obviously weathered salts of evil from, not only time but perhaps creatures and things in this area. Hard to really say, as you don't know the area well enough. There's a bell tower rising toward the back, and flickering light shines through the holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. As you approach the door, the heavy wooden doors of this church are covered with claw marks, and they're scarred by fire.
DJ would like to look around and see who's around, who's near. Someone who looks like they might be someone of importance at the temple.
Can I do a medicine check to see if I can identify the claw mark?
Yeah.
That's a weird one. Medicine?
It's like anatomy.
I'd like to just examine the marks, and see like if there's, residue on them. Cause like if something's freshly scratched, it's not gonna have like normal weathering on it. It's gonna be clean,
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Or maybe Medic wants to see how badly wounded the door is.
All right, Medic, go for it. And so you too, Val. Yeah, so it looks animal-like. That's all you can tell, Val.
I'm mainly trying to figure out when, is it something that's probably still inside this place, or it just tried to get inside the place, I guess.
Yeah, you can't tell. Medic, you feel like the door has seen better days and could use a salve, or at least a poultice or something.
I open up my portable medical kit and put some pulses.
While you're doing that, you hear a voice on the other side of the door go, "Hello? Who's there?"
Do not fear, door. I am assisting you.
Yeah. You hear a voice respond, say, "Door? You mean Donovich? Yes, I'm Father Donovich. Here, let me unlock it 1 moment." And you hear these shuffling footsteps go to the door, and the bar gets shuffled aside. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the map. It's in total disarray inside here. The hall, basically the doors open, reveal this 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. And then, even as he's standing there, he responds to this just as sort of shocked, like, oh, embarrassed. You hear an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor. This it's just ungodly, loud, piercing, wailing, agony type of scream. Like, I don't know if I have something, but this is Nathan, basically.
What was that? Where did that come from?
I asked the door what happened, but I recall it's Father Donovan.
The door is open, of course, so you're now facing toward the door, and
I turned to face it. I thought that it opened
right.
itself. Oh, right. So I'm facing the door. Yeah. We're on the same page.
What did you ask? Darn it!
Well, I asked the door what happened. I said, Father Dorovich, what happened?
he got Father Donovich is quite confused by this. He's an older man, slightly portly, but gray hair, bald on the top, but gray hair growing a little bit past his ears.
I asked the door.
He looks at you.
If this diabetic man is salty.
So anyway, he says, I don't understand what's wrong with him, but after the wolves and the vampires, I don't know
Vampires.
what to do. I thought this was a holy place.
When was this?
Yes. Oh, just last night. Well, the wolves were just last night. The vampires were 4 days ago. I don't know what to do. I can't. No one will come to a church like this. It's supposed to be safety, but look behind me. It's destroyed. It's ruined.
What was the screaming we heard
Just
a
then
minute
you hear
ago?
a scream again.
What is the screaming?
Oh, don't you worry about that. It's not important.
I will worry about that. What is it?
Stop it.
I will. I'm gonna unsheathe my sword. What is it?
Man of faith, what are you doing?
You will be a man with no faith here in a second.
No. He stomps. It's my son. Spittle coming out of his mouth. He said he's injured. He's just not right. He'll be fine, though.
This does not sound like fine.
Does your son require medical assistance? He now pays attention. Medic, that is, he pays attention to the human. He still thinks the door is the thing he was talking.
He's looking back and forth nervously, not sure whether he wants to trust you, and he's quite put off by the sword drawn in a...
Diedrich's gonna walk through
morning.
and start checking doors.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put your characters on the sheet then. Make this a little easier. Can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Should make sure this is on the right one. Oops, it wasn't on the right one. One moment, let me kill you. Boop. And put you back.
So I would like to try to intimidate him and demand that he take us to his son.
Okay, go ahead and roll for intimidate.
So I get advantage on this. Wow. Wonderful.
It's really impressive. He looks at you and he does the sign of the Morning Lord, and he says, "Your silly attempts at buffoonery and trying to threaten me don't do anything in this house of the Morning Lord. I am his servant. My son is none of your blessed business."
I am making it my business. I'm gonna open this door.
Medic explains to the door that he's a robot that is fully versed in healing and treatment, and if there's an injury, he can.
Which door are you going in?
The one that I'm right next to.
Oh, okay. You open this, and it's a dirty, lightless room containing a wooden bed with a straw-filled mattress. Mounted above the bed's headboard is a wooden holy symbol. And the older man, the father, says, "What are you doing in my son's room? Get out. Leave it alone. I've been through enough."
Where is he?
"I don't need to tell you anything."
I'm gonna grab him by the scruff of his robe and stick my sword right up to his neck.
That's an intimidation. Roll for it. Get better than a 2.
Yeah. Yeah. So you try it.
Ooh.
Oh, much better. His, you see a bead of sweat break out on his forehead, and now that you're this close, you can smell alcohol on his breath. He's been drinking, and his eyes are bloodshot from staying awake too long. He says, "Fine, but you have to promise me you don't do anything without my permission. He's ill. That's all. He's just a little sick."
I promise you nothing.
Just such a hilarious picture of you like bullying this old guy. All right. So he points across the hall to the other room over here. Can you guys see that when I mark
Yes.
that on
Yes.
this layer?
As it goes into assist.
All right. You go in there, and the time and neglect have punched holes in the ceiling of this moldy room, which contains a few broken roof shingles amid puddles of water. In one corner, set into the floor, is a heavy wooden trapdoor held shut with a chain and a padlock. The young man's screams of anguish can be heard through that door. It's closed with an iron padlock.
I'm pulling the priest in.
It.
Yeah, pulling the priest in and says, and I'd say,
That does not work.
"Get this door open right now."
I don't have the key.
Where is it?
Those stupid wolves attacked trying to get my poor Doru. Oh, he was just an explorer. Doru the explorer he was gonna be when he grew up. But anyway, I digress. I had the key, but I've lost it. I don't know where it's at.
Gimbleforth would like to go on the record as saying he doesn't want to hear Cranky, but he does offer to try to pick the lock.
Well, go for it. I don't think, the way I've got the picture, Diedrich is still holding on to his lapel and leading him around.
Kind of move
with the knife
out of the way as much as I can.
Yeah, so Medic was failed to pull it open, but you can go ahead and do a lockpick check. So that's sleight of hand.
Okay. Dang it. I said I didn't want to be here. I believe
It's gonna be one of these nights.
Diedrich looks over at you and says, he tells you you're trying to pick the chains. That's not even the padlock, is what he tells you. You're just so distraught from that dream.
I pace the hallway. I don't want.
Like, well, I can tell you don't steal, at least, because any thief could have picked that lock. It's 30 years old. So, well, you're welcome in the house of the Morning Lord. Get that knife away from my throat, you imbecile buffoon.
Pull him up close one more time. Where was the last time that you had the key?
When I was with your mother last night.
I'm gonna slap him across the face.
Oh, I already have loose teeth. Oh, he's wiping blood from his...
Try again, old man. You have one more chance before I kill you myself.
I don't know. I'm not making it up. I would have told you.
I'm going to look around the main sanctuary for the... Because I want to assist. I feel there's a medical crisis, and I've gotten sort of back to my senses.
As you're doing that, I'm pulling the...
set to be so easy.
Pulling the monk guy with me.
Okay.
So I would like to cast the minor illusion spell and make the sound of a wolf come from below this door. Like a loud howling.
Mark it. Like from below this door? Like
yeah, from like where his son is supposed to be. Like
beneath the trapdoor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, beneath the trapdoor. Okay. All right, do it. So you cast that, and a very convincing wolf's howl comes from below, and Father Donovan says, "Oh, please get in there! You've got to save him! I don't know how it got there. How could it have gotten there?
Perhaps you should find the key."
I don't have the key.
I said, find it!
I feel like a relationship with you would be very abusive.
Most likely,
Can I
yes.
do a perception check, I guess, to see if I find a key in this room?
Yeah, sure. Let's take a look. You turn sideways, or did I do that to you guys? What in the world? Oh, no, it's just an illusion of that layer thing. That's funny. Oh, it's showing me how you point. Oh, that is so cool. All right, so in this room right here... Oops, I already messed the window. It's an old desk and a chair stand against the south wall, a wooden holy symbol mounted above them, a sunburst. A 10-foot-long iron rod attached to the north wall stands bare, suggesting a tapestry once hung there. Against the far wall stands a wooden cabinet with 4 tall doors. So you want to search? So go ahead and give me. Oh, you did a perception. You are.
Thanks for the follow,
I want this
Praetor's
iron rod
Rechecks.
so I can use it
Appreciate
to
it.
leverage the
Hope
door
you're
open.
enjoying the
Oh,
this episode.
clever.
I actually have a crowbar, and I imagine Wolvie does too.
10-foot iron rod versus crowbar.
Yeah, Diedrich does have a crowbar as well, and a hammer, for that matter.
Can I roll with advantage now because I have a 10-foot iron
Yes.
bar that's way better than crowbar?
Yeah, strength check. Yep, go
Gimbal
for it.
Forth has bagpipes he'd like to play in the sanctuary.
Give me a performance check. This is important before I do that.
Wait, what? Oh boy.
Give me a performance check.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's perception.
Oh, it's even worse.
Wow. So you play a really terrible rendition of the bagpipe, and the screaming from below is louder. It says, "Please, Father, just kill me. I know I don't know who you want to you or, but just kill me rather than put me through this." Ah!
Wow.
All right,
I
so
rolled a 19
you,
with my 10-foot iron bar.
all right, you utterly and completely just tear that door off its hinges, and you no sooner do that than this very pale, thin, blonde-haired man is leaping up, trying to get out. The steps and stuff that have led up there have been broken and torn at, and they barely have any support to him at all. So he's practically in a pit at this point. But he jumps up towards you, and give me a dex check, please, medic.
Ciao.
Yeah. So he grabs onto you, attempting to find a way to pull in, and instead you fall in with him.
Ooh,
And
that's
you
bad for
guys-
him. I'm heavy.
Right.
You crush
That's
him.
exactly right. So you fall into. Let me put you over here. I wish I could drag your icon from that spot. Apologize for the delays. We're getting there. Yeah, thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
had to switch layers and all that crap, so which is annoying. Yeah, so you are you end up collapsing right on top of him, and the church's this undercroft has rough-hewn walls and a floor made of damp clay and earth. Rotting wooden pillars strain under the weight of the wooden ceiling. Candlelight from the chapel above slips through a few of these cracks, allowing you to glimpse the gaunt shape, the shapes in the corner, and the what looks to be like perhaps piddle. You're not entirely sure, but underneath of you is is this man. You heard a bone crack, by the way, when he dropped,
Oh.
and you realize quite immediately something is very wrong with him.
Oh, yes, I do. 1 second.
I'm gonna yell over to Gimbleforth. Gimbleforth, get over here, now!
I show him this doll, and I ask him what is wrong. If he could point to where on his body.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, instead he's just he's looking at you. At first he had opened his mouth as though he wanted to bite, but then he's looking at what you are and he's not sure and he's confused. He's like, get off of me. So anyway, I thought Christy laughed at what you had done, Scott, but she was watching something else. All right, so
Aww. Can't even get a pity laugh from your wife.
all right, so Father Donovich is furious, and he starts cussing at you, blessing you basically, Diedrich, with much anger, and pushes against you. Give me a dex save.
Got it? Yeah.
Wow. So he
Oh,
goes
nice.
to try to shove you, and instead you just twist his wrist and trip him, and he falls into the room on top of the medic.
He then falls back
You're
on
sickening.
his son.
Yeah, crack.
So
And he immediately is scared. His son is actually grasping at his arm, trying to latch hold of the flesh and the warm blood that's beneath it.
So I'm gonna cast Fiery Eyes and look at this guy's eyes to try to stun him.
Okay.
Are
I
you-
need everyone
are
to
you down
roll,
there?
No, I'm.
No, he's
up at the
not.
top.
He's doing up above, but I need
Oh,
everyone
okay.
to roll initiative then.
Cool.
All right. So let me go ahead and bring these two over, so you can actually see them. Is that the right one? It is. Everyone, drag your characters over to that, please. Down here. We'll just drop it like that.
Oh.
Well, Val, you don't get to start off in the far left corner. I mean, you guys are coming down the stairs, right?
Sorry, I didn't actually see where you were talking about. I didn't do that.
Before I headed down, I wanted to the room I was in, like the sanctuary room. Was there anything like religious based that I might have recognized? Because I do have a background in religion. Was there anything out of the ordinary that I might have noticed?
I'll let you. We'll discuss it, I guess, in a bit. But go for it. Go ahead. Yeah, you see symbols, so go ahead and give me a religion check. Okay, so it doesn't take very much for you to recognize this is a symbol of the Morning Lord, which has gone under a couple different names. But the most obvious of symbols all the time has been a symbol of a sun with these rays shooting out from it. And so, though the number of points are different, you recognize this is an old version of the Morning Lord. So, yeah, they are clearly in issues. Medic's going to have trouble apparently reestablishing his stance. Diedrich, you're capable of jumping down if you want.
I'm still laying on top of the guy. That should give everybody else advantage because he's.
That's an interesting point. Is he prone?
True. Yeah, he's prone.
I fell on him, and then his dad fell on me, and I fell on him again.
Okay, so...
Yeah, he's prone. So just give yourself advantage so I don't have to add the effect.
Yeah.
Take it back off.
Alright,
You'll not be able to shoot very easily, though, because literally Cleric's on top of him, and he's bigger than this thing.
No, I get that. How much of him is exposed as opposed to Cleric?
Well, his head's on the outside, so you can definitely hit his head. A leg's tucked out. One arm is mostly free, but he's basically trapped on the right side of his body from his perspective.
Torso is completely covered?
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay. I'm gonna... I don't know if you need to lock things or not, but I basically want to get to the other side of Doru.
Okay, I guess I can lock it just so it's easy, but... Yeah, so this guy's actually technically on top of them. I just moved to the side, so you wouldn't have any problem going through here if that's what you want to do, like that.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Placement's a little weird.
Yeah. So... What? Yeah, his torso's not exposed. Alright, well, I'll take my sword and go to smack him, I guess. Well, do I know what's wrong with what's wrong with the kid? Is he acting aggressively towards me, I guess? Or us?
He's snapping even at his dad.
Okay.
He can't bite me.
I think, of all people, Diedrich, you should recognize the signs very clearly.
Yeah, okay.
Without any hesitation, you'd recognize this was a vampire.
Perfect.
Spawn.
Perfect. Okay, I'll just ask if I can do this. What I'd like to do is see if I couldn't get his torso exposed a bit, and then use one of my wooden stakes and shove it in his heart.
Okay, so you got roughly 6 seconds to try to... I don't know that I could see that really being reasonable. You've got, what, 250, 300 pounds of weight on top of him, flailing arms, and he's strong.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
There are rules for grapple. I was reading about it yesterday for yesterday's game. That might be appropriate.
Yeah, if someone else can grapple him, then that's fine. Okay,
right.
I'm gonna take
think this is officially a grapple, but I am allowing the prone. Basically, it's an accidental assistance, which is why he's getting an advantage. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna slash at him, or try and stick my short sword right in his head. Goodness. And that's fine.
Yeah, you stuck your short sword.
Okay, well that's fine. I'm gonna, as my second attack, my bonus attack, I'm gonna take my crossbow and try and shoot him right in the head.
Oh, you disabled with radiant. Oh, you turd. Okay. I mean, that's the point of your character, though. Your radiant damage actually stops vampires from regenerating for a turn.
Yep.
That's unfortunate. All right, so there's a searing burn. So you're gonna shoot as well.
Yeah.
That looks like a short sword, not a shot.
No, it's the same. It's the same.
Oh, same problem. Gotcha.
Yeah, I can't do it because it thinks I'm too close, but I'm really not with my proficiencies.
Okay. Yeah. So it hits, but his arm is swinging up and mostly deflecting a lot of the damage. There's not really a profuse shot of blood or anything from inside of him. What little bit's there is dark and heavily congealed.
I'm gonna yell to
All right, Val.
to medic at the same time as I'm doing this. Hold him down. I'll take care of this once and for all if we can't do this soon.
Better make sure it sounds like a medical thing you want done, because he still thinks he needs the help.
You're the worst.
So I'm gonna look at.
Donovich is screaming, "No, not Doru!" Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna try to incapacitate him. Let's see if I can remember how to do that. Nope, that didn't on me. How do I target him?
That's fine.
control
You
click?
put that on there. Yep, there you go. You did it.
Okay.
He saved.
Boo. Okay, then I will. Okay, I guess I will attack him with this then.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
You tried to, and he grabs it very easily and shoves it aside. And he starts beginning. He begins to basically kick away Medic and his father with this inhuman strength, quite literally.
Except for he failed the save.
Yeah, I attacked him with frostbite
Oh,
spell.
I'm sorry. I misread it. I do that fairly often still. Okay. All right, do your thing. Okay.
All right.
It's like chilly touch almost. All right, Donovich rolls off of Medic and is furious at you, Diedrich, for hurting his precious little boy, even though, clearly this boy's not exactly right. He is going to use... He doesn't have a whole lot. He wasn't prepared for a fight. He's swinging at you with his club. And he misses miserably like the fat turd he is. Doru kicks and pushes aside Medic. And,
He should do a strength check.
alright, I'll give him a strength check. I think that's
Sweet.
fair. He pushes you quite handily aside.
I couldn't see that dice.
Rolled an 18 plus 3.
Well, yeah, it's right there. I just clicked to see.
Oh,
I didn't drag the dice.
It was slow for me. Like, I saw a roll where I couldn't see it and nothing happened. And you said that. I'm like, what? No, that's fine.
Okay, so anyway, oh yeah, that's one of the options. In its resting place. Okay. Yeah, so that stake to the heart thing. Here, I'm going to show this to you, Diedrich. You can read that. Did that show that to you?
Yep.
Okay. That's sort of important, the wording there, I think. Okay, so he looks for the juiciest tidbits, and right now, I think he's going to go for you, Diedrich, since you actually hurt him. He's going to try to claw you first. to take down some of the defense. He misses. Oh, that's unfortunate. Now he's going to attempt to bite. Just lunges at you, clearly so hungry he can't think straight. And you dodge that as well. He just can't do jack squat. Gimbal Fourth, you're up.
Is it? Does he seem just violent or just hungry?
Hungry.
I mean, the two kind of go hand in hand right now.
Hunger.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Like,
He's basically, the way you figure it out, if you do the math real quick, at least Diedrich would realize it, because he knows when the vampires attacked, that he's been 5 days a vampire not having had his blood. So he's a vampire spawn. He has a lot of their strengths, but he's also practically insane at this point with a need for food.
Do I have any food on my person?
Check your inventory.
Yeah, when I say food, I mean blood, but go for it. You can...
All right. I guess I'll. I see.
Diedrich should have shouted vampire, but I think he's playing it. He's not sure what's going on right now. He just thinks the guy's been trapped down here.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so let's just say
Oh,
you
Diedrich
have
did
some
shoot him
cheap rations.
and stab at him.
Yeah. Obviously, it's going to be a hostile situation.
Yeah, their fists going at this point. That's true. I mean, he's been stabbed at, and then his father swung at Diedrich, and he tried biting it. Yeah, there's a fight breaking out. It's your choice if you want to try to calm it down, though.
He's tried to
Yeah,
bite me.
I would like to. I'm at the top of the stairs. Is this a wall to my left, or can I see the openness down to my left?
Well, technically, since the stairs are mostly broken, you'd probably be more like here. You just had more control over where you went. And these are support posts. The wall is not till over here.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Or down here.
I'm gonna take a less violent approach here. Offer throw to my left and see if I can't draw him away from all of us.
You do what?
Like I have like a sandwich and throw it off to my left. See if I can like draw him past his father or not.
This is the best. I love
right.
this whole situation.
I need a dex check, please. Dexterity check.
Okay.
Times like this make me wish someone in our group was a famous animator and could just animate.
Yes, no kidding. It would be just as good. Both of our games would be just as good at anything on Harmon's Quest.
Oh no!
All right. You throw, and your sandwich hits Father Donovan in the head, falling apart very quickly.
Dang
But
it.
momentarily
Subway.
shocking. It was peanut butter and jelly, and now your hands have sticky jelly on them.
Oh no, that's the worst.
Yeah, alright. So I'll count that as a action. You still have a bonus action, though.
Well, how does he make a move on the sandwich, or does he still feel kind of saucy?
And you won't know until his turn.
Right. You saw his eyes follow, but the interest wasn't there. And give me a perception check. This will help, actually. Let's see if you can roll well.
Oh
give me a
man,
perception
no,
check.
well.
Give me fourth.
Okay.
Nope.
Dang
Nope. Never mind.
it. All right. I still have an action
tell.
left.
Bonus.
You have a bonus action.
I'm still believing this guy can be bagpipes.
Dude, you're
Down.
you're cutting in and out.
You can play bagpipe.
I want to try to calm him down. I want to play Amazing Grace on the bagpipe.
Oh my gosh.
All right. I wouldn't normally allow this as a
Bagpipes are
single
super
bonus
complicated.
action. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty impressive. I'm going to say that you ready your bagpipes as your bonus action, which is pretty generous of me.
Well,
but you haven't had a
I
chance
still
to
have
play.
them. I still have them from the when I was.
But you're at one turn is
Yeah,
6
but you went
seconds.
through a sandwich. Yeah.
So
You
now
found
I
a
got
sandwich.
peanut butter
You
on my
have jelly on your
bagpipe.
hands.
Oh my
He
gosh.
keeps the sandwich
Oh,
on the
man, peanut
bagpipe.
butter jelly on
Jeez.
the bagpipe.
This is
Had to
just
roll
Isn't
this
ridiculous.
play on. This is the best.
So I want to try to
The
calm.
worst part ever.
I feel like I want to try to calm him down. Bagpipes.
You have readied your bagpipes, and that will be the end of your turn.
Fair enough.
You're wiping your hands on your pants, trying to figure it out. Medic, you're up.
I'm wiping peanut butter on my bladders.
Okay, so how close is he? I would think that Medic would still think that he's trying to help him, and he would try to restrain him because he thinks something's wrong. Is there like a way I can try and restrain him?
Yeah, you can do a grapple check.
How do I do a grapple check?
Well, it's gonna be, I think, strength. I would have to look it real quick. Give me a second. I wish I could remember where it's easy to grab this. I think it's under the.
Yeah, it's a strength, and he does a strength save.
Okay, that makes sense. I wasn't sure it was that or dexterity, because grappling really requires both. But whatever, do a strength check, please.
Did you get that? Hello?
No,
I rolled an 18 plus 3, so it was 21. I don't know why it didn't show up.
That's
I kid
very
you not.
suspicious, Scott.
What?
All right.
Oh, he got a 23.
oh
Okay.
gosh.
He pushes your arms aside with, again, in a human strength. Yeah. All right. So that was your attempt. You want to do anything with your bonus? Or
I
movement
have
or
nothing
whatever?
up for bonus. I can't cast with a bonus.
Okay. All right, Diedrich, you're up.
All right. Well, I'm gonna drop my sword since I'm gonna go primarily crossbow from here. Since that doesn't work. And I'm gonna attempt to shoot Doru.
Wow, so violent.
Yep. Yeah, it's not gonna let me do it that way, so I'm just gonna go from the sword. It's the same bonus. All right.
All right. Dart launches out.
Maybe shout something during your turn about him being a vampire.
Medic, you fool! He's a vampire.
There you go.
The bolt goes into his flesh. Again, he doesn't look to be particularly perturbed by it.
Yep. That's my turn.
All right, Val.
Okay, I'm gonna move. I guess he can't see me from where he's at, right?
Correct.
Okay, well, I'll go over here and look at him and see if I can incapacitate him again.
Nice.
Yay! Okay. So can I use the rest of my movement or not? Since
Yeah, you
You
can
basically
use your
just-
movement. You can split that up. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna come over here and put manacles on him. Then.
Nice.
Okay. The manacles. Do you have that in your
So
inventory?
he has to make a d20 to break it. So he'll probably break out of him pretty quick.
But it's an action in order to do it.
Right. And he's incapacitated anyway
Right,
until next
right.
round.
The eye thing was a bonus once it's already cast. It's a successful DC 20. Breaking them requires a DC 20.
Oh, it's not even a bonus, is it? It's just like I just look at him because it's active.
Okay,
If you
well,
look at those.
yeah. Sort of
But I don't have a
funny.
bonus action.
Yeah, alright, well, we'll just say it's bonus, then it makes more sense. I'm trying to figure out, like, the picture of, now my eyes are on fire, everyone's getting paralyzed! It doesn't seem very realistic, but, you're choosing something, so, let's see here, is the administrator successful? Oh, they only have 15 hit points, yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So you manacle the sucker. And that's your turn then, I take it, right?
Yeah, I assume that's all I can do. That would be my full action.
Donovich is furious. He's yelling still more, leave leave my son alone. And, yeah, that would make sense, I think. He does this runic move in the air that you're not noticing because you're looking away anyway. And he is casting a spell on you. And you resisted it. So, that is unfortunate for him. Yeah, nothing happens to you. He feels very
Sweet.
ineffective. Doru uses his claws.
He is incapacitated.
Yep.
Okay. So he doesn't even get a chance to, like with poisons or stuns or anything else, do a save on his turn?
I mean, it just says that he's incapacitated until his next turn, right? I think. Let's see.
I gotta look at that spell again. I might have to retcon it out of your character. Too obnoxious.
Incapacitated for
Like
one round
stunning fist.
due to being fascinated. He's fascinated. He's like he has ADHD or something.
Yeah. Doesn't even make sense contextually, though. I seriously will have to look into this and give you rules for it, because it doesn't honestly make sense. Why would a starved, hungry vampire look at you and go, "I'm fascinated because your eyes are glowing"?
Well, it's
You know,
magic, isn't
Asmar
it?
have that too.
Oh,
Part
no.
of the
Yeah, I
magic.
mean,
Right,
magic.
but it's not a magic resistance. But you're not using a magic resistance. You're not using any of his spell abilities.
it's a
You see what I'm
wisdom
saying?
thing. So he's like not wise
Yeah,
enough to
doesn't
not
really-
be distracted by it.
Right, but if you were starving or fending for your life, no matter how pretty something is, do you think it would distract you?
It's only a DC
No.
of 13.
Right. I'm saying, though, in some situations there shouldn't even be dice rolls. It's the whole situation of, let's say you encounter a dragon that's like particularly wise or whatever. You know, I have fun with letting Scott try to persuade them, but there's going to be situations where no argument, no matter how good it is, would actually be rollable. It just isn't an option. And there's certain scenarios where puzzling someone with glowing, gem eyes wouldn't do jack squat because they're in the middle of a blood feud. You see what I mean? But anyway, I'll look into that. We'll roll with it for now. I thought there was a save that you could do on your turn, but all right, Master Gimforth, you are up.
All right. Well, with Diedrich yelling that it's a vampire, I decide that the bagpipes aren't the best choice and decide to attack my silver sword.
So you're putting your bagpipes down.
Yep.
All right.
Where? Bum, bum, bum. All right, and I should also have sneak attack here. Yay.
Wow.
You weren't close enough to attack anyways.
I'm only 10 feet away.
With a short sword? That's a long sword at that point. That's a really long sword. You could go 1, 2, 3, 4. You could come like this if you ran
Yeah.
around. That would work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so that's
I,
what you did.
I missed anyway.
And then you missed.
So, so I should get a second attack, right?
No. I don't think so.
Well, if you use his bonus with no, if you use his bonus action to swing with no. Well, when do you get that?
I think I've already got it. It's I have
Unless
two
it's
weapons.
it's a feat.
Yeah, it is. It's the swashbuckler.
There you go.
Okay. All right, then you have it. Go ahead and attack. Do you get the bonus of your weapon, or is it just? I don't think you do. I think it's just the attack. So roll a d20. Limited version disengage. No, that's the disengage part of it. All right, that's a miss still. Anyway, so whoosh, whoosh, 2 misses.
Not
Although
my
if you-
night.
Yeah, it's all right. It's neither of theirs nights. Go ahead, medic. You're up.
So Medic has scanned his medical database for vampires and realizes they are bad. So he's going to cast. Let's see here. Oh, this is a bonus action. I can see. Yeah, I'm gonna. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Searing Smite on myself. Whoops.
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm going to attack him with my mace. If I can find it. There we go.
Nice.
Ooh. You make contact. Wow. Man, that's a solid hit.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do it the second time. I meant to do that. Hit the wrong dice. But it's a 4 plus 2 for the 10.
Yeah. So yeah, that's nice. Yeah, it was a good hit. He's actually still pretty strong though, considering. I didn't realize they were going to give you one. This is just a spawn. It's not even one of the full ones. Okay, it is Diedrich's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move back 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna take a shot at old Doru there. With my crossbow. Nope. Alright.
Well, it happens.
I'll be done.
Val's up.
Okay, so I'm gonna let's see. So he's not incapacitated at the moment, so I'm gonna look at him and try to incapacitate him again.
Oh, are we rolling
Go
with
for it.
advantage because he's incapacitated?
That's an interesting question, actually.
Target him.
It doesn't seem to have the effect built into the ability.
Yeah, it doesn't seem. It seems almost like it's a different. Okay, he saved on it. Then I'm going to. How tall are the ceilings in here?
Okay, Levi.
10 feet. Yeah, I was just gonna say, are you gonna jump on the ceiling?
No, it's my little levitation spell thing. I don't actually remember what the save is for it. That's what I was trying to figure out. Okay, so this is probably not gonna work. I'm gonna cast this at him then. Yay!
Constitution.
Is that the levitating thing you did to the
Oh,
dog?
that's the levitating one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this replaces
Lift him
my
up.
eyes because it's concentration. So I no longer am doing
Yeah, but he's-
the fiery eyes thing.
He's now floating off the ground, and so you get to choose, I guess, how high or how's it?
No, it's he rises to 10 feet, so he would be like it would
Right at the
push
ceiling.
the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
And
I
then-
was actually. Can I do that? Maybe I can.
He can
Yeah, there we
crawl.
go.
He can still like crawl around. And
Exactly. He's got claws. He'd be able to grab onto the ceiling.
He's manacled,
But I
though.
don't know. That's true. I gotta break that. Yep.
Stuff. And
Oh,
he
you can use both hands at once.
and range attacks have advantage as long as I have concentration spell.
Okay.
Was he manacled in the
Yeah, is
front
that
or from
correct?
the front or the behind?
Oh,
Behind.
he only had 6 seconds. I can't imagine how him facing you in the middle of a fight with his father behind. You turned him around, grabbed his arms.
He was. Where was he? Where was he facing? Was he facing his father?
He was facing towards you. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
why
right.
he's
'Cause
been
he was
doing
in
his
command.
attacks.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. So can I still move or not? Since.
yeah, you didn't use your move.
Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna run around not out of Donovich's range, but I'm gonna move, I guess, over here. All
All right.
right.
And, oh, oops, I clicked off it. Donovich is ye old papa, and you didn't get out of his range. That's good. What would make sense? He's sort of frustrated. You're closest, though. He'll go ahead and swing at you. He's probably going to miss. That tends to be his pattern. Yeah, he missed.
Womp womp.
No surprise there.
We should invite him to join our party.
That's pretty amazing. Okay, he's going to attempt to do a save on this. What would make most sense for him? Probably be strength, because he can do strength or dex if he wants.
Voice.
And he succeeded, shattering the thing. Okay, I think that with that in mind, he is going to try to get a bite out of Master Gimbleforth.
Yay.
Nom, nom, nom. Well, you're right there, and he's really hungry. Oh, delicious.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Ow.
Yeah, and you are grappled while when a bite lands.
So he can bite
Okay.
him from the ceiling.
Oh, that's right. You
Oh,
can't.
he's
no,
floating. Yeah.
I keep forgetting he's floating. Gosh darn it. All right, you're lucky, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
he can.
you
He
can't.
can crawl. Like he can pull himself. He can pull
Right,
himself.
but he can't bite. He can't bite from the
Yeah.
ceiling. So,
Yeah, he couldn't like
um,
force himself down. He can move along the ceiling.
right. So realistically speaking, I'm not sure that he could actually hurt you.
You could drop him.
Trying to
Couldn't you?
imagine-
Break your concentration and drop him. I mean, after his turn's
Well, he-
over, obviously.
Right. Well, Val could drop
Right,
him,
that's what I was
sure,
saying.
but I'm saying because he's within. He doesn't really tell us like if he put his feet on the ceiling or whatever and tried pushing it. You know what I'm saying? So he'd be effectively upside down. So you lifted him up. Does that mean he can only be lateral?
I don't think so. I mean, what it says that he can crawl in it, and like he has to use his climb speed to crawl. I mean, I would. It says vertically to a height of 10 feet. So I mean, I don't know. Whenever something is a height of 10 feet, is that the middle of their body, the bottom of their feet, the top of their? I don't know.
Right.
He could only
right.
go as high as the ceiling.
I think that. Yeah, if the ceiling is 10 feet, I would imagine he could be at least spinning himself around at the top of that because he has something to hold on to. That's the maximum. Or it could be
Yeah.
his head for all if we wanted to say. And then, but even if that's the case, I don't think he could bite. So
Yeah.
bite's off the table, which means I can't grapple you. So I'm going to remove that effect. I will, however, attempt to claw you because I think that's a reasonable. That's a reasonable thing
Womp
instead. And
womp.
he misses entirely and scratches himself somehow against the wood stakes that are up there. Oh, and you know what? I accidentally removed Doru's damage. Yikes. Alright, I'm putting it back. I meant to remove your damage, Gimbleforth, and I removed his. Okay, that's back though. So that was very pathetic. He literally gave himself splinters on the ceiling. Gimbleforth, you're up.
Can I reach him with my short sword, like if he's against the
Yeah.
ceiling?
Because
Okay.
my thought is if he's able to position to scratch down
Yeah,
at you, which
yep.
I think is fair, then you should be able to swing up at him.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna attack him.
I
with
don't
my...
think you can get a sneak attack. He's literally targeting you.
Oh,
And, yeah,
that's
he's
it.
not engaged with anyone else either.
Yep. So I'm just gonna take a crack at with my silver short sword.
Ooh, good call, actually.
Nice.
Very good call. Wow.
Very nice. Although I don't.
Yep. He screeches as the silver hisses against his flesh.
And then I will
It's
attack
just a d20. You're trying to get 15 or above.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you did.
And then I would like to. Which I think I can go the full with that.
You cut out a lot. I'm not quite sure what you said.
I
Do it.
I can slip away after a melee attack. So I'm gonna take my full I'm gonna go I'm gonna go right over here.
Yep, and he can't do an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Very good. Okay. It is Medic's turn.
Okay, I will. Let's see here. Move up to door.
Yeah, so he can push or pull against a fixed object or surface. That confirms that. So effectively, he can cap himself either by his head or by his feet, and then do attacks like that.
Sorry, I accidentally buried my my screen underneath everything.
No, I don't. It's okay. I have literally, I think, 15 windows open right now. Constantly losing things.
Hey.
Which is why it's sometimes hard to follow the different abilities people are doing. Swing your mace at the poor little vampiric. Can't remember the word again. Sheesh. Things full of candy. Pinata.
My searing smite didn't stay on me for some reason. It says it's a minute, right? And well, I guess how long is a minute?
Yeah,
10
60
rounds.
seconds.
10 rounds, yeah. So my searing smite should still be on me, but apparently it's not. So just want me to roll the damage on it?
Yeah.
It's a 1d6, right?
I guess so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know. Anything's extra.
Yeah.
Yep. So he pats at the burn. Burns! Alright, so he's got flames, and technically, now next turn I have to do another check on that fire.
I'm gonna move over just a hair, just so I can make
Alright.
sure I got a clear shot. And I will shoot my crossbow.
With advantage.
Oh, still?
Ah, that's true.
Nice.
Yeah, because he's still hovering. He can't go quickly.
Hey.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
The rolls tonight, I tell you, these are ridiculous. But you did hit him.
Yep.
So that's something. Alright, Val?
Okay, so I'm gonna need your opinion on because the description of this is kind of unclear. So it says that I can move him during. It says you can use your action to move the target, which must remain within the spell's range and cannot ascend or descend past its height of 10 feet above the ground. You can't move the target over a surface that would not be 10 feet above the ground. Blah blah. So.
Oh, smart. Okay.
So it doesn't seem to limit. It doesn't say anything about a limit to how much I can move him as part of my action.
No, as long as it's within range, I agree.
But I mean, basically,
that's like crazy telekinesis.
Well, I mean, what I'm thinking is, since it doesn't say limit, like, what's to keep me from just like moving him around the room, like, say 1,000 times? So, presumably, you don't want me to do that. So, what kind of limit is going to be on this?
Well, what do you mean 1,000 times? You're just going to be literally. You just want to spend your entire turn spinning him in circles or something, or?
No, I wanna carry him around the room so everybody gets an opportunity attack on him, and then put him back somewhere safe.
That's Corey spitting on his coffee.
That's a bit too meta, my friend. I'm gonna say no tax of opportunities when you guys would have to jump at a pinata that's flying by in your mind faster than a baseball in order to go. I think that you'd be more likely to kill him from vomiting than from them hitting him.
All right, he said it, so just do that, and he'll die from vomiting. He has to roll a con save.
I'd say it was like
that means he has to roll a con save for it.
I tell you what, I will grant you one prepared person's ranged shot. But if you're in the air 10 foot, I don't really think that's a very reasonable. All right, everyone, attack of opportunity.
Well, so what about at least medic? If I were to move him out of range of medic, like one, like
He's
not
tall,
from anybody
sure,
else.
Makes sense. He's 7 foot tall, so
Yeah,
effectively he's already there at his crotch.
gigantic.
I would grant that, yes. That makes sense to me.
Okay. Well then I'm gonna push him.
Like that? Or you can mark where you want him to go. I don't
Yeah,
care.
maybe I guess a little bit further towards the wall, so he's not moving that much closer to Dieter. No, not that wall. I'm sorry,
The eastern
the-
wall.
Yeah, east.
This
Yeah,
one.
there you go. Yeah.
Alright. Okay, medic, go ahead and get your attack of opportunity.
Boo! Wait, is it advantage because he's flying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Shoo.
Don't forget your searing thing.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, so that's my turn.
Man, you are always coming up with crazy things. Let's
It's
see here.
fun.
It is. Oh, Donovich's turn. Darn it. Okay, so Donovich is gonna swing his mace at you again, mostly because the GM is really getting annoyed.
But
No,
medic
And he
just hit
misses.
him like twice with a mace. He's over there beating his son,
Yeah.
and you've got
And he was already
But he's
facing
a
at you
7 foot
anyway.
tall
You can't
robot.
see him.
somebody's metagaming.
All right, he attacked you this last turn. So in 6 seconds, do you think he turned around while watching you wield magic and decide to hit the giant robot when he's had so little luck already? I don't think so. Yoru, however, can't really do much except for go at crawl speed, which that's actually enough to get back to medic, though. There we go. And claws at you. Of course. He does have multi-attack, but he can't bite.
Hey.
Oh,
Everybody's
my
rolls
word.
are back.
This is embarrassing. This doesn't look like a horror game so much as a comedy show at this point.
I want to
That's
play
accurate.
this.
Yes, you can have sneak attack with a range.
Yeah, sneak attack is as a range, or can I can't.
No, it'd
Well,
be.
you're ranged right now, so I figured you can do
Well,
either.
I'd like to sneak up and use my silver sword again.
Okay. Can we at least pretend like we're being sneaky and coming from behind him? Oops, wrong one.
Sure.
Because he
Well,
just
he's
swung
look-
at the
he's look-
medic.
Yeah, he's looking at the medic.
So you see why it didn't feel very sneaky if you went between you and the medic, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, I got you.
Ha-ha! You don't see me hitting you right now. But I am seeing you hit me.
Okay.
Nice.
What do you resist there?
Piercing.
And I'm heading back over here.
Oh, interesting.
That swashbuckler trait is so stinking amazing.
Yeah, swashbucklers are
I'm-
overpowered.
I'm speedy.
Yeah. Alright, medic, you're back up.
As my bonus, well, I'm going to attack them as my bonus action. I'll cast it. And a miss. And I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon, Christina's favorite.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So now I have a Spiritual Weapon, and after this turn, I can do a 1d8 damage. I think, right? I can't
Yep.
do it my first turn.
Right, you could have
Yep.
done it in the first one if you used it as your action.
Yeah.
But you
Right,
used your
I wanted to
action
swing
attack.
at him anyway to see if I get hit. Although
Yep.
he does more damage than me, so I guess I should have just had him do it.
Yeah, it's alright. Next turn you get your attack and the bonus
And
and the
his,
spiritual
yeah.
weapons as a bonus. Yeah, it's pretty slick. Alright, Dietrich, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm gonna take
I
another
can't-
shot.
Can you imagine if he was actually able to do something? How dangerous this would actually be?
Yeah.
Except you guys have incapacitated him so much, it's ridiculous.
Oh gosh darn it, I'm supposed to roll with advantage, right? Because he's on the ceiling. It's fine, I forgot.
Yeah, but didn't you hit with both?
No, I only
Or no,
rolled
you didn't.
one.
You missed. Yeah,
Get
I'll let you roll
6.
your damage in your next one if you second
Sweet.
attack.
Yeah, that's my
You're keeping him from regenerating though. You keep hitting him with radiant bolts.
that's something.
So it is because it's 10
You
hit
just
points
skipped
per
Val.
round. It's what he would regen. Again, dang it.
He's
Let's
definitely
see.
metagaming.
Well, I keep skipping my own character. I skip Donovich every time. It's because some of you guys click next and the others don't, so I keep doing it.
So, I think I will cast Ray of Frost. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, let's see. Nope, it's giving me some kind of script error for Ray of Frost.
It's probably the range silliness. I'll go ahead and do it for you. It usually lets me violate that. I don't know why it's even giving it to those. So Ray of Frost, 60 feet. Yeah, it should be fine. Let's see if I can make it happen from inside this.
Boo.
Even with
Wait,
two?
It's,
Oh,
why
no,
is
it's
it
that was a
disadvantage?
disadvantage.
It should be advantage.
Yeah, I'm giving you advantage. It's the medium range from within 18 feet.
Oh, gotcha.
But I'm going to give you advantage because, and that should counter that, but yeah, I did counter it. You still missed though, sorry to say.
Womp womp.
Okay.
Alright, so don't click forward, Corey. It's on me.
No, click forward.
So this is pretty funny if you think about it. This guy has literally missed everyone he's swung at. You guys are just... I just visualizing you just moving slightly in his
It's
club is
because
just completely
I gave him a
missing.
concussion when I slapped him earlier upstairs.
Or he's just
Yeah,
a feeble.
and adrenaline. This is ridiculous. He's probably gonna fail. Yeah. I don't even know why I'm trying, but the only logical thing a hungry, a starved vampire is gonna do is attack the nearest thing at this point. Especially since it's fight or flight. Alright, Gimbal Fourth, you're up.
Okay. I'm just gonna use my bow.
Nice.
Damn.
Man, that was actually really good.
And so for my second weapon, can I do my move now? My short sword, or do I have to do a crossbow again?
No, you can use your short sword, that's fine. You just roll me a d20 for it and you're gonna have to come up to him again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
One,
just gonna,
two,
I'm gonna,
three,
I'm
four.
gonna immediately move back as well, though.
Alright, well you only have one step you can move back. That
Why
hits
is that?
though, so do your damage. Because you still only have 30 feet of running, right? So you just did 20, so
Yep.
you get 10 feet.
Yeah, 10 feet.
You get 2 spots. So go ahead and roll your damage on him. And nice. And then here's that's how far you can run back.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do, which is plenty.
Yep.
Okay, goodness sakes. Medic, you're up. Poor Donovich. He's watching his son get treated like a piñata, and he can't do a thing to do a thing about it.
Okay, and what do I roll for the spiritual weapon to see if it hits? Oh, is it the
There's an
attack roll?
damage one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's. Yep.
Oh, can it roll at advantage, or
No,
does it
no.
roll not roll?
No, hold on a second. I thought it didn't actually have to. once you
I'm
did
pretty
it
sure it
first.
does.
Okay. Well, then I still think it would have advantage though. So go ahead and give it
Okay.
another attack roll. If this one succeeds, that's great.
Boo.
Wow. Okay. And now do 2 attacks and do them
Oh,
both
yeah,
at
yeah.
advantage to make up for the missing one. Oh, you already did 1 mace. I'm sorry. So just 1 more,
Yeah.
but with advantage. Okay. Poor thing is spinning around. He's looking worse for wear now.
Alrighty.
Alright, DJ.
Taking yet another shot. Ooh.
Ooh.
There we go.
Oh man. Okay.
Let's go.
Wow, double fives.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Sweet. That'll be it.
So I'm gonna disengage and move over. I guess they'll move behind Gimelforth. Around behind.
All right. So you don't have anything that would stop an attack of opportunity, right?
Well, I
Don't
took
worry.
a disengage for my action.
You used your ability. Okay, never mind then. Yeah, okay. I thought you were just casually using that word. Not that it matters. Donovich wouldn't have hit you. He never does.
He's concussed.
Is that it? I guess it is.
Oh yeah. That's all I can do.
Well, Donovich is mystified at how you're doing what you're doing, and he can't seem to touch you or do anything to you. And he's gonna waste his turn swinging at the giant metal thing. I don't even know why I waste my time using him, to be honest with you. Does he have anything else? Oh gosh. Oh, holy crap! I'm not
He can
affected by
probably
that
heal.
slowness.
Oh.
No, he's got spider climb. Basically, anything that would be disadvantageous movement, he can act like a spider and run along the ceilings and the walls and whatever. Which
Yeah.
makes sense.
It
Gosh darn
does. Yep.
it. Okay, so let's see. Let's see how.
But would he still
cognitive he is. I'm gonna
be
rely on
affected by the levitation at all to slow that down?
Yeah. Well, he's we just determined that he's able to move it as much as the distance of that spell. So clearly, it's not so.
Yeah.
He's not a helium balloon. However, I will say that he's going to have to use some wisdom to recognize whether this is not working and attacking the thing. And yes, he is. Okay, so he's going to go toward a humanoid. I think the one who's attacking him the most.
Did he disengage from me?
You go ahead and attack. He does not
Sweet.
disengage. Go ahead and use your thing with advantage. Oh man. Gonna hit him something fierce. Okay. He's gonna attempt to attack Diedrich. who has been putting bolts in.
As a reaction, hang on. As a reaction, I gotta find it here. Where is it? Because I've got my two. Curse of the Eyeless. Okay. Yeah. My eyes go red, and I will look at Doru, and I will curse him with Curse of the Eyeless. He has to make attacks at disadvantage on me.
Okay. So is that a spell, or do you have to put anything on your person, or
Nope.
is it just like once per day, or what is it?
It's
Which abilities gives?
it's a blood maledict.
Ah, okay. Okay, blood curses. So you're using it as a bonus? No, you're doing it as a reaction, you said.
Reaction. Mm-hmm.
Okay, there were too many things here for me to read. I'll just take your word on it. Okay, so I'm going to do the attack again then, because I'm sure you're not going to want the 20.
Nope. What? Oh
See,
my freaking goodness.
It's times like this when I'm like, Corey's gotta have like some dice thing or something.
I don't know. Alright, so do I have to do the second one, or is it only that ability that shocks me? Is it the duration of the turn, or how long does that last? It's just the one response?
I believe
In other words,
it
do I
is.
have disadvantage for my second attack?
That's a good question. Let me pull that back up.
I cannot believe that. That is so wild. I do not have the ability to do that, though. That is just...
I know. It's like, oh crap, I didn't get my critical. Let me re-roll. Oh, I got the crit.
Oh, critical. there'd be times where I'd be tempted to do that, but I don't have it, and even if I did, I'd only be tempted.
Oh, wink,
Where'd it
wink.
go?
A lot of GMs actually hide their rolls constantly. They roll
Oh,
them all
yeah.
behind the tower.
I showed you that
I
Dexter's
don't, 'cause-
Laboratory episode, right, where he flicks
Yes,
it behind the
yes.
thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna guess it's just that one. It says when an enemy with eyes within 30 feet makes a weapon attack against you, which darn,
Yeah.
you can use
Okay.
your reaction to impose a disadvantage on the attack. So it'd be just that one.
All right. And he missed with the next one anyway, so we wasted time me talking to him and asking. All right, Gimbal Fourth, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move. How far away do I need to be for the crossbow?
He's in a lot of trouble. You don't have any special skills that remove that, right? So I think it's
No.
15 feet or something. Actually, you know who? David, you would know before me. What's the distance, the minimum one for that?
For what?
The crossbow.
For a ranged attack, so that you don't.
It's the same as magic. It's like 18 feet.
Okay. So
That would make sense because I saw 18 earlier. So go 4 squares then to be safe.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I will go. Oh, I
Oh,
didn't mean to
that's
do that. I meant
fine.
to go over here.
Go ahead and redo it.
Go there.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. All right, and I get advantage. From the crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
And I should still get sneak attack because he's engaged.
Yep, I agree. Mm-hmm. And he's in bad shape
Oh,
too.
I didn't roll advantage on that, but that should do anyway.
Yeah, you're
Well,
fine.
go ahead. If you want, you can roll another one
Might get a critical.
in case you get a 20.
Hey.
Although it's saying in the combat text 27 feet.
Yep. Below medium range crossbow light, 80, 27 feet. Well, it didn't seem to impose any disadvantage though.
No, I did not. You're right.
Are
So I
we
guess
good
you're
with?
okay? And yeah, just do your damage. You're fine. It's interesting. That's not very much damage. You had some terrible rolls there, my friend.
I have.
That is
So
horrible.
I think I am done.
All right. So your bolt goes through his side and embeds deep. He's acting more and more sluggish as the father screams, "Doro, my little explorer!" I
I'm
wanted to
gonna
pronounce
have.
it Dora. It's D-O-R-U, but I wanted to say Dora so badly, but I'm not. Sorry, medic. Go for it.
Oh, you're fine. I'm gonna have my weapon attack first, and it misses because it's worthless. And then I guess I'll let
you're
the
also-
old man who can't hit anything get an attack of opportunity on.
No, I didn't. He's not outside your range. There's no attack of opportunity yet.
You're good.
Oh, okay.
It has to break.
Oh,
that
wait,
loop.
wait. So my weapon goes with advantage. My spiritual weapon gets advantage too, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll roll one more time then, hopefully. Oh my gosh, this thing is so worthless. Christina made it look so great.
Well, it's because I never make her roll again.
Oh, that's
After
true.
the first one. She needed that though. The poor thing couldn't hit anything. Like ever.
Oh wow, I didn't hit anything either. Well, that was my turn.
Wow. You know, and he's
Yeah.
super hurt too. He's like a bleeding, destroyed pinata.
Okay, I'm going to move over here. And I'm going to shoot him with my crossbow.
Did your turn French?
Maybe. Hey, critical!
I did. Oh man. He charges up his Goku powers.
Power level 9,000!
Over 9,000.
It's over it.
Yeah, whatever.
Right.
Alright.
Radiant damage is going to ruin vampires in this game. Yeah, so that went through his neck, and you hear a crack and a snap, He's turning his head even on a grinding gears of his bones, with the bolt sticking right through it.
So I'm gonna push him over into the corner, like straight away from me.
Like this? Or the
Yep.
other one? Oops.
That's the one. That's the
Okay,
one.
good.
And then I think I will go over here.
Do I get an attack of opportunity on him?
Yeah, fine. I'll allow one.
Yes. Well, I missed completely on my last.
You sound so dejected.
Finally.
Well, I have to figure out how to balance the crazy dangers of super metagaming. I think I've already figured out what I'm going to do with the eyes, though, because it's going to be the same as others. All right, so you successfully murdered his face in. So as he swings by, you actually, you can describe it. You're the
So
one.
he's swinging by, and I get myself into a batter's position and just bat him towards the wall.
Nice.
All right, with the splat, the all you hear is a scream not only of the man as he dies, the young boy, but Father Donovan says, "No, you cursed creature, you cursed monstrosity, my little Doro!" Falls to the ground. He's dejected. He drops his mace. He doesn't even care to pick it up right now. He's so gripped with grief. Normally, I would have a nice little closer here, but we are past our time, and to respect those of you that are 2 hours ahead, we'll have to close it here, and you can ask your questions and whatever else you normally do at that time. Thanks for playing.
No one died. This was a first, I think.
It's true.
Yeah, you guys are hopped up on food, I guess, and cheaters. Let's see here.
Wow.
That's harsh, man. We just
I
planned
think,
well.
No, it was planned well, but I will say this. I think that an ability like that needs to be like any other mind control ones. All of the rest of them describe that once a person has broken it, you can't be affected by the same thing within 24 hours. Like, literally, all the other charms do that. So if you have an ability that can mesmerize a person, the vampire mesmerize, that's the way it works. That's the way charm works. I think that we have to impose that on this. Because otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't disagree. But for example, like a monk's, the key point to stun can be done multiple times.
Right, but this is mesmerize.
Right.
It's a mesmerize subfamily. It's not a stun. You're not hitting him on the head.
Okay, he didn't. I didn't remember him saying specifically mesmerize. I heard it incapacitate.
Well, right, but it's an eyeball charm. I mean, he's not blasting him with. He's not smashing.
No, I'm not disagreeing at all with you.
Sounds like you're.
Well, I'm a little. I'm opening the floor for discussion. Yeah, this is a magical world we're discussing here. But if every other ability that is a mesmerize type thing, including the vampire seduction, charm, the actual mesmerize, the Vistani curse that's eye based, they all have the same limitation. So, is there any reason why this one should not?
Well, I mean. Well, the weakness. I mean, I get that it's it's powerful, but there are a couple of weaknesses. For one, it is a DC 13, which means that eventually we're going to be against stuff that is just not likely to fail that. It only lasts for one round regardless, so there's not. I mean, that's the reason you don't save again in your turn is because it's literally a one round thing. And it's concentration, which means like I mean, it is a cantrip, but it's concentration, which means that like all the other cool things like levitate, which has also got some major weaknesses. Like it worked out well here, but it's not like a real. There's like a big boy levitate that comes out later. This is like the baby one.
Right.
Like I can't control height or anything like that, and it's concentration. Like a lot of the good stuff is concentration, and so I'm gonna have to shut this off for that. So. I mean,
okay.
So I mean, but if you're saying
if it's concentration, are you single targeting then? So in other words, that means if you switch and you look at someone else, you intrinsically must break all effects that would have been on anyone Like, let's say you turn and say, okay, now it might be, you do this effect, this person's theoretically under it, and for whatever reason, there's another chance to look at someone else, or you look away. Is that going to break the effect then?
I mean, I think that would be fair, since the
Yeah.
way it's supposed to be mesmerized by looking at the eyes. I mean, I mean, if you think
Okay.
that it would be more fair to
Okay.
only, work once, if they,
No, I'm okay with that if that's the rules. See, what I was envisioning is almost like the way you had this idea of levitating, just spinning around. If you're everywhere you look, people are going, oh, and they're getting woos just because of weird rolls, and we get some weird rolls, then pretty soon a whole room is incapacitated with what amounts to you doing one spell theoretically even before you entered the room, and that
Yeah.
seems ridiculous because it doesn't make sense.
That's
So
why I
if you
picked
have
it
to
for a
single
cantrip.
target focus, right? If you have to single target focus,
Yeah.
and I'm willing to work with you guys. It just has to make some sort of sense in
Meg,
the
what's
context
that?
of
What's
everything we're
that?
doing.
What's
If
the
it is,
official spell?
Fiery Eyes is what it's called.
so
Yeah.
concentration, single target. If you break that target's view and try to look at someone else, it would break the effect. I think that's more reasonable sounding.
What
Because
if?
it starts to
What
fit with
about?
the theme of what you're doing?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. And well, so, and I'd actually like to propose with the levitation thing. And I think it was fair what we just did, but since it does say that I can move them, and that would normally, to me, that gets an opportunity attack, like every time he moves through somebody's space. But to me, I feel like what they probably intended with this saying that you could,
Single line.
yeah, like a single line, like I'm going to move
Yeah.
him to this place,
Crossed
because
my
that's
mind
how
too.
the
Yes.
okay, because there's like a twin to this called
I'll grant
Delirium's
that.
Flight. That's like that's what
Yeah.
it is for me. It would be like I fly somewhere, so that makes sense. Okay.
I'm totally good with that. So it'll be a single choice move. It won't be like your normal. It's not your character's moves who can change and go around corners. You can choose any straight line that's within range, and if that gives you multiple attacks because of how people are lined up, we'll allow it. Which honestly is going to make for some ridiculous, funny scenarios where you happen to make it so there's like 5 people, or all 4 of you are in a row. But whatever.
What?
I will take coordinating. I'm good with that.
I'm looking up Fiery Eyes. I'm not finding like.
It's his racial thing.
Oh, it's a
No,
racial.
it's a cantrip. No, it's an evocation cantrip.
Oh, vocation.
You
'cause
may
what
not have
I'm-
the right module or
He's an-
something.
Wow, I'm looking it up. I'm just doing a search on it. What I'm seeing: spell causes eyes to glow with unnatural fire. Blah blah blah. Projecting.
Yeah.
Illuminate a 5-foot square by fixing your sight on one spot within. Blah blah blah. You cause combustible materials to burn into flame, and you cannot target living creatures with this effect. Creatures carrying. Yeah. Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's weird because the tool I'm reading doesn't have that. Not that I'm saying that's anything other than that, but
Right. Well, yeah, he logged in before our game to look exactly with what he was going
Right.
to build, so that's why this was what he chose. I'm fine with that, knowing that it's, yeah, and it is concentration up to 1 minute. So under the rules we've laid down, see, my concern was I was imagining you just looking at everyone and just, oh look, they're seeing my eyes, and the whole room is going mesmerized. If you're targeting, and we agree that that's the concept of it, is you're effectively using magic that lasts like it's almost like punching them, and you have only one target you can do that with, well then I can roll with that. That makes sense. My fear was this going into a room and now everyone looks at your glowing eyes, things are catching fire, they're all getting mesmerized, because sometimes the dice rolls are stupid. It just didn't make any sense. I mean,
Right.
vampires
and
can't do that.
Well, I mean, that's the way that I've been using it. I haven't been thinking in terms of like I can look at multiple people in the same round, even though it's not an action. Like it is based on me looking at them, not them looking at me.
do we
'Cause
know
otherwise,
Right.
what rule book this came from in here? And the reason I'm asking is we've got another DM who's watching our stream, and he's asking about it because this is a new spell for him.
it's the not really complete tome of spells.
Yeah,
So-
it's a completely separate one from the guy who did he did a Kickstarter recently. He's a friend of Rob, 2Es. So it's a custom one. It's a homebrew
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Guys, I gotta shove off. I got some family that are coming over late tonight, so I will see you all. when
Yeah,
I
no
play
worries.
Crap, super late.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I apologize.
fun.
This went really late.
No, I had
yeah,
fun.
so that's part of the problem though with these. I have a lot of these extras, and obviously we can run into things that are broken, which is why I'm willing to
Yeah.
assess them. And it's also why I will stand up and say, okay, does that make sense? And yeah, I know it's a fantasy world, but I have my own set of internal rules for consistency and logic, and if it violates that, I don't really
See, buddy.
care if all my characters get killed. I'm not here to kill you guys.
Uh-huh.
But I will stop if it's not making sense to me. Like levitation, swinging around the whole room, that doesn't really. that seems ridiculous too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't. I wasn't gonna do that. I mean, I figured their intention was to have more clarity than that in that spell. But no, Fiery Eyes, it does seem overpowered. I mean, I thought that whenever I selected it. So, you know,
That's why you pick some of these.
Why you chose it.
Well, for sure.
Which is smart. Yeah, I've got a lot. So if that guy's still watching, if you're still posting the stream, I get some of my stuff from DMsGuild.com, and
Hey,
so that is on there. It was
Yeah,
only a
he
couple
knows.
bucks.
He said it's a Rob 2E coded work. Yeah, he's now at least knows where it's from. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, good deal. I hope you had fun, even though this was a lot more technical, as a lot more just of a single combat. Not as fun in that regard, but that's okay. We'll you've opened up a can here. We'll find out what happens next time.
yeah, thanks
So,
guys. Praetors,
guys.
thanks for joining in. Appreciate you helping us out, and hope to see you next time. I'll be checking out some of your stuff too. Thanks. Later.
have a good one.